So these are the survey results that I got from my kids after the project was done. And I have a little over 100 kids, and these are 84 of their responses. So most of the kids were able to take the survey and give me their feedback. So here, the first question that I asked them was, I've never done this project before with students, and I was very open with them. I told them right from the very beginning that I've never done this project before, never done anything like this before. So they were really excited to try this. They were really excited that we were giving them free reign, and they knew right from the gate that they were going to have complete freedom with this project, complete choice with this project. So I asked them what their overall idea and what they overall liked about the project, overall how they felt about the project, and the majority of them, around about 43%, said that they really enjoyed the project. They liked the project. One was hated it, five was loved it. So thankfully, nobody said they hated it. And there were some that said they really liked it. And down here, the second question that I asked them essentially was, why did you pick what you picked above? Why did you hate it? Why did you love it? So they had to actually write in their responses. And a lot of the kids, looking through this, a lot of the kids said that they really enjoyed getting the freedom to make decisions and to pick choices. There was only one student that really said they didn't like the documentary out of these 84 responses. Most of the kids, there's a kid in here that said 10 out of 10 for the video. A lot of the students said it was very eye-opening. This one here said, I like that we get to choose what we want to do and how to do it. I won't read through all of these, but I like being able to decide what we're doing, and it was very student-based. There were a few students that said that they didn't like all the freedom, and there were a few students that said that they would have preferred to have some more guidance and some more structure with the project itself. A few kids didn't like doing the project because they said in here they just don't like doing projects. This one was pretty cool. They said that I wish the assignment was to make a company or organization that will do something with the environment. So this student here gave me really specific things that they would like to see done with this project. I asked the students to be constructive with their criticism. Don't just say that it sucked, but tell me, if it sucked, why did it suck? Because if you just tell me it sucked, that doesn't give me any details on how to fix it for next time. So the kids were really good with their creativity as far as coming up with their constructive criticism. That I asked them to do that. So some of the other things in here, just kind of scrolling through, this was something that was pretty consistent with a few kids too. That they found it hard to come up with ideas. Had to come up with their own ideas. They had to come up with their own way of sharing this project. And there were some kids that was very difficult to do. So that's something to keep in mind when you do such a very broad open choice topic or open choice project. There's some kids that's just going to be a struggle for them. This one said that it wasn't stressful, it wasn't hard for them, and that was kind of a recurring theme too. That a lot of the kids felt that it wasn't stressful, and I tried to stress that from the very beginning that it shouldn't be a stressful thing. But this one here, coming up with an idea is difficult. Presenting it may also be challenging. But presentations are going to be lit though, so they were very excited. They were very excited to do the actual presentations. We did an unconference type setup where kids got to choose what presentations they got to see. So just looking through these some more, I enjoyed this project because we were allowed free reign on what we wanted to take from the information, how we can make a change. We weren't forced to make a change in a specific way. We were allowed to choose anything we wanted, and we're allowed to choose any sort of change we wished. We were also allowed to present it in any way we wish, which was a lot less stressful and more fun than most projects. It was at 10 out of 10 for the video. So this was definitely a recurring thing over and over and over. This one was fun, but I just don't like projects. So a lot of the kids really enjoyed that they were able to pick what they wanted to do. I like how I could choose any format I wanted. So this one it's difficult to present it. So they were recurring themes. Kids really liked it, or kids are really stressed about being able or having to pick. So, but they liked having the freedom to do that. So scrolling through these, I mean, it's nothing special. It seems a little too easy. I feel like everyone's going to do the same generic thing. So they were very, very honest with their responses. Down here, did you feel you had student choice with this project? All of them said yes. If you felt you had student choice with this project, did you like being given student choice? And majority of them said yes, or a couple. These were probably my students that said, they didn't enjoy all that free structure that they were given and wish there were some more guidelines for it. Down here, if you felt that you were given student choice, what did you think about that? Again, a lot of these mirror what was up at the top, where they think it's a good idea to give student choice to make their own decisions on a project because it allows them to develop decision-making skills, which will help them later in life, for example, in college. The best work is made when you enjoy doing it. Most projects are very structured, so we get some freedom what we want to do, which is different from other projects. People need to learn to make their own choices, so this is a step in the right direction. A lot of the kids really enjoyed having the open freedom to do what they wanted to do. But here's one here, they wish for more guidance. So it's very consistent with what was said above at the top with the first question. It feels like I have power over this project. That was very powerful when I read that and was going through the results. I read all of these results from the kids. That one was really compelling. It was just powerful for me to read that. I thought it was good. So you get some very basic ones from some of the kids, but some of the kids are very, very specific. This one, I think we should have some more guidance. Again, there's definitely consistency with the results. Here's another one. I wish we had more structure. So just looking through these, I appreciated it, that was nice. It's good. So, you get some basic ones, but you get some really detailed ones too. This one, I liked it because I control what was being done and there weren't any specific requirements for each part of the project. They only had to answer 5 questions, but they could answer them and share the answers to those questions however they wanted. Do you think I should do this project with next year's classes? Most of them, again, saying yes. Down here, this one was kind of upsetting, I guess, or sad. Thinking about all of your classes, how often would you say you get the chance to have student choice? So 1 is I never get student choice, 5 is I always get student choice. And most of your kids, most of my kids are down in the 1s and the 2s, so they feel that they don't ever really get a chance to have control over whatever projects they're being asked to do. What's nice is there's a couple that say that they do all the time or almost all the time, but most of your kids are down here. I am having a feeling that some of my kids that said they wish there was more structure are probably down in these 1s and 2s because they're not used to being given that choice. And then down here I had some, anything else you wanted to tell me, and a lot of them were, consistent with the first question and that other question where they liked the idea of getting choice. Some of the kids said that it was a little stressful. Maybe you should show previous projects. So, I did tell them this was the first time I've ever done this. So I didn't have any previous projects, but now I do because of these guys. And one of the things too, here's that one student. Look at all the question marks. They were really concerned with how they were going to present that. This one was a big one. Unfortunately, these kids, because we had 2.5 snow days, they really got gypped out of time for this. So next year, one of the things I want to make sure that we do is give them more time to do this project. I had to get the project done before our reflective practitioner course was over, so unfortunately the kids got crammed a little bit on time. So that there were a bunch of kids that were a little stressed about that, plus the fact that they also had 3 other projects going on. But this statement here was very, very touching. I actually know the student that wrote this based on what her friend was saying, and it actually made me cry because it was just I know the girl. She's such a wonderful student, and she's just she never stops smiling. But she said, this project is so cool, and so is a documentary. Thank you so much for changing our lives. By showing us this, you are teaching us to be better people, and thus you are starting a movement to change the world. So thanks. So I actually told her that she made me cry, and she started crying because she said she didn't mean to make me cry, but it was all good tears. So in the end of things, this is definitely something that I want to do again next year with some of the tweaks that I found. And some of the things to take away is you are going to have students that are going to be stressed about the student choice because unfortunately a lot of students are not, based down here, a lot of the students are not used to being given choice. So some kids are going to need a little more guidance and structure than others. You probably are going to have to adjust things on the fly and tweak things as you go. But I definitely learned a great deal from this, and this is definitely something that I do plan on doing again next year with the kids.